game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
They'll run on first down. Herbert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Here's Foles. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Foles on the give to Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
Nifty move by Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Bridgewater now.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1. Completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he will have the Bears 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. A broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. Two
1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Deep ball for Goodwin. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Chicago.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. One up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now a give, right side. Herbert, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Jimmy Graham. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Bridgewater on first down.
He's going to drop this one down to Gordon.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Bridgewater's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A gain of 6 there on first. Bridgewater again. This is the tight end Fant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw, Bridgewater. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Strong running from Melvin Gordon as he scores from a yard out. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 6.
To throw is Bridgewater. this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Bridgewater. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Gordon is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Now Damian Williams to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Another carry for Herbert on second down.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick there to make the grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Williams now on the return.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow You can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And quickly, they get to the line. First down, a run with Cohen. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. They'll set up a throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Still moving. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Forced out to his left. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline?
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Second and 16.
Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. From the gun, Bridgewater.
And that's checked down to Gordon.
And some room to work. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A huge play there for Denver.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant from 3 yards out, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Nick Foles ready for the next drive, leads out the Bears.
So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
So Foles and the Bears now.
Down 28-24, 2:07 remaining. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's going to let it fly.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temperate.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way.